All right, well, March Madness is in full swing with the first day from the round of 64. And here locally, we are all waiting for a Friday frenzy with 3 local teams in action.
And guess who got the front row again in the warm city? It's Otis Livingston traveling with 2 of the teams as they prepare for one shining moment, we hope. Otis.
Yeah, you know what? I draw the short straw sometimes, so I got to do it. Take one for the team. But it is the calm before the storm. LIU and St. John's taking the practice court here in San Diego before their first-round tournament games tomorrow. I got a chance to speak to Sharks head coach Rod Strickland about the huge test ahead of them as they'll face #1 seed Arizona.
I played in the NCAA tournament. I know those first few minutes, man, it's tough. You get cotton mouth and things like how important is it for your team to get their legs under them quick?
No, but you got to live in that. You got to understand that,
Yep.
because there's nothing wrong with that, right? And that's where the competing comes in, being tough, physically and mentally and competing, because those moments come and then they go away once you get your feet under you.
Right.
So I think you got to live in that. You got to understand that's a part of this, and you can't fear that.
Now the Sharks and their fans have to get a good night's rest as they get ready to try to play the role of David against Goliath tomorrow. Tip time is at 1:35 Eastern time. I'll have much more coming up at 6 o'clock as we hear more from the Sharks and, of course, St. John's and their Big East Player of the Year, Zuby Ejiofor. But for now, reporting from San Diego, I'm Otis Livingston. Back to you in the studio.
I know it's loud in there. Oh, I just loved what he said. You got to get used to the cotton mouth. It's sort of all part of the experience. You sort of got to lean into those nerves and embrace it. It's pretty good advice.
Yeah, like I said, I played in the NCAA tournament once, and I just remember the first couple of minutes. Man, you're running on adrenaline, you're cottonmouth, like you said, and you got to get over that as quickly as you can, or else you're going to be down 20 points.
Yeah.
You got to talk over the trombones or whatever it is going on back there. All right.
Thank you, O. We'll see you at 6.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And you can watch, guess what? St. John's, the Red Storm take on Northern Iowa tomorrow night right here on CBS. Tip-off is set for 7:10 p.m.
March Madness is underway. I'm here with Steve Overmyer in our immersive studio. And Steve, we've already had some excitement on day one.
I mean, day one, right out of the gate. First game, we've already had a buzzer beater. I mean, maybe a bracket buster. Your Final Four still intact?
It is, but barely. If Duke would have lost that game,
Wisconsin
I would have been in real trouble.
Blew it up for me, but my champion is still available. St. John's, they are in San Diego right now, right along with Long Island University, and that's where you find Otis Livingston. And Otis, is this team loose, or are they more business mode right now?
Well, I think this is the day for a little bit of looseness, if we want to talk about that. This practice is for the players to get used to the arena that they're going to be playing in, and this practice, quote unquote, is for the fans that have made the long trek across country to support this Red Storm. This is for them to enjoy, but after this, it is all business, Steve, and it's unfinished business for the Red Storm, who lost in the second round last year as a 2 seed, trying to do a whole lot better this season. Back-to-back Big East regular season and Big East tournament champions, led by Zuby Ejiofor, who stacked up plenty of awards in his senior year. He still wants that national title on his resume. I spoke to the Big East Player of the Year earlier. What advice are you giving these guys as far as playing in the NCAA tournament here?
Just go out there and play, play together, and obviously, just do the same things that you've been doing throughout the regular season. The stakes are higher now. Nobody wants to go home early, so our effort level has to be as high as ever. And these guys are really relishing and really excited for the opportunity that they may give. Not a lot of people get the opportunity to play in March. So, just stay level-headed, embrace the moment, and just go out there and compete.
Otis, one of the best things about March Madness are those Cinderella stories like St. Peter's or FDU during past tournaments. Do the Sharks feel like the slipper might fit them this year?
Well, I think that's where this starts. You have to believe, and LIU believes that they can pull off the upset against Arizona. They took the practice court this morning full of excitement and full of confidence. Only twice has a number 16 seed beaten a 1 seed in NCAA tournament history. Siena almost pulled off defeat against number 1 Duke earlier today. The Sharks believe that they can become the 3rd team ever to pull off the historic upset. How are you guys going into this matchup? Because they are at number 1. They've been number 1 in the country for a long time in the season.
Like dogs. We try to rip off heads. That's what we try to do. Like, most of us have been underdogs our whole life, so we really have nothing to lose. We just come out there and play our hardest.
And your players are talking about their dogs. They're ready to bite some heads off.
There you go. And when we go to practice, I'm gonna make sure they know that they told you that. Because that's what this is about. We know, like, the level and where we're at. But at the end of the day, you got to believe and you got to be tough.
And Ross Strickland is one of the greats of all time in the game of basketball, college, high school, professional. So he knows you cannot back down. You got to have that dog in you. LIU will try to make history tomorrow against Arizona, 1:35. St. John's, of course, will face Northern Iowa at 7:10. That game can be seen right here on CBS New York. Back to you guys in the immersive studio.
I love it.
I love it, and I love the energy. Otis, you're right in the middle of it right now, man. I mean, you can feel the energy. The music is all around you. I'm surprised you can actually hear us, to be honest with you. So that's where everybody wants to be.
I can barely hear you guys. Let's be honest.
That's where everybody wants to be right now.
I can barely hear you.
But you're doing great, my friend.
Yeah.
Thanks, Otis. And Otis will continue following all the action out in San Diego. He'll bring you the latest tonight and tomorrow. And you can watch St. John's take on the University of Northern Iowa right here on CBS New York. Tip-off is tomorrow at 7:10.